Everybody, it's Eric the Horror Man here. First off, I'd like to apologize that I won't be able to do a video for my end of the month haul for the month of August because I didn't get much throughout that month. I already got one movie throughout that entire month, and that's the Blu-ray copy of Apollo 13, the 20th anniversary edition. So hopefully I will be able to do an end of month haul video for the month of September. Depends on how things go. But anyway, welcome to my Top 10 Tuesday. Today I'll be doing Top 10 horror movies from the year 1988. So these are the movies that was done in that year. So without further ado, first up is Maniac Cop. This movie is so much fun to watch with Bruce Campbell and Tom Atkins in it. This movie is like where you got someone in a cop uniform going around killing innocent people and don't know who it is. It could be someone that used to work on the force as a cop until that person got fired, or it could be some psycho dressed in a cop uniform. But Maniac Cop, so much fun to watch. Very fun. Next is the Blob remake. Yes, this movie is so much fun to watch, where a meteor comes to town and it contains the Blob. Once the Blob escapes, it starts to gobble up the people in a small town. Now it's up to a rebel and a cheerleader to put a stop to the Blob before it gobbles up the whole entire town. And every time when the Blob eats and feeds on people, it just gets bigger and bigger. So the Blob, so much fun to watch. Just a lot of fun. Never get tired of watching it. Next is Phantasm 2. This movie is my favorite one in the Phantasm franchise because the end and theme music to the film is pretty good. I never stop listening to it. And this is also where Reggie creates the 4-barrel shotgun that he uses throughout the entire franchise, and that's a very cool weapon to have. So this one picks up roughly where the first one leaves off, where Mike is released from a mental hospital and him and his buddy Reggie go find the tall man to see if they could put an end to his reign of terror. But they also end up finding a girl who shares the same dreams and visions as Mike, so they all band together to see if they could put a stop to the tall man's reign of terror. So Phantasm 2, very fun movie to watch. Definitely my favorite one in the franchise. Next is Child's Play. Yes, the one that started it all. The one that started the Chucky franchise. This movie is so much fun to watch. I've seen this movie so many times a long time ago when I was a kid growing up. The first one is where a killer is like gunned down at a toy store. Then he transfers his soul into the doll. Then the mom decides to buy a doll for her son's birthday. But the killer wants to transfer his soul out of the doll into the child. So this was also the fear. This is also the movie that people got the fears of, because whoever owned the dolls back then is like thinking, oh God, one of these dolls is going to come to life one of these days. So Child's Play, very fun horror movie to watch. Classic. Next is Pumpkinhead. This movie is so much fun to watch. Definitely one of my favorites. I thought Lance Henriksen did a hell of a good job in this movie. I like his work, and I think he's a very good actor. Pumpkinhead is where a grocery store clerk's son gets killed in an accident by some tourists, so he goes to see an old witch to conjure up Pumpkinhead to take its revenge for him. But once that happens, him and Pumpkinhead are like connected somehow. Like every time he kills people, he just starts to have like vision or whatever. They kind of starts to feel like the same wrath that Pumpkinhead does when he kills its victims to take its revenge. So he must now find a way to stop Pumpkinhead. So Pumpkinhead, very fun movie to watch. Definitely one of my favorites. Next at number 10, Night of the Demons. Yes, this movie is so much fun to watch. The music to the film is creepy, scary, and frightening, and that's the way I like it. And Linnea Quigley is in it. That's also another bonus. And she's got like the most memorable scene where she's like possessed and she's like drawing on herself with her lipstick until her boob eats the lipstick. This movie is about where teens break into an abandoned funeral parlor to have a Halloween party. Then they hold a seance and they accidentally summon demons, which starts possessing their friends. So, Night of the Demons, very fun movie to watch. Definitely one of my favorites. Next is Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. This is the movie where people wanted to see Michael Myers back after the mishap with Halloween 3 because he wasn't in it. But Michael Myers is back, where he escapes from a mental hospital to terrorize the small town of Haddonfield, only this time he's looking to kill his niece. So he's willing to kill his niece and anyone who gets in his way. So Halloween 4, very fun movie to watch. Next, Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master. Yes, I've seen this movie so many times a long time ago when I was a kid growing up. This movie was a lot of fun. I thought the opening music to the film was very good. Heard it. The song is pretty good that they used for the opening of the film, where Freddy comes back to get to the new kids, but he can't seem to get to it until he finishes off what's left of the remaining Elm Street children that killed him off in Dream Warriors. So, Nightmare on Elm Street 4, very fun movie. Next at number 8, Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood. Yes, this is my second favorite Friday the 13th movie in the franchise, even though Part 6 is my number 1 favorite, but Part 7 is my second favorite. I met the cast 2 years ago at a convention where a girl with telekinetic powers ends up resurrecting Jason from his watery grave, and he terrorizes some teens that are having a birthday party for a friend. And now she must find a way to use her telekinetic powers to stop Jason. And this is also the same movie that Kane Hodder said that his favorite kill is in, the girl with the sleeping bag bashed against a tree, which is definitely a very cool kill. So Friday the 13th Part 7, New Blood, very fun movie. And last, They Live. Yes, They Live. Definitely one of my favorite movies of all time. This was directed by John Carpenter, and it's got former wrestler Roddy Piper, who I've seen on TV over the years. The soundtrack is pretty good as well, and I also met Meg Foster 2 years ago, and I told her that this movie is one of my favorites, and she said mine too. I also got her signature on the Blu-ray as well. So, They Live, where it's about where a drifter comes to LA looking for a job, finds these sunglasses, and once he puts them on, he sees that the people are not really people, they're aliens. And he also sees subliminal messages. So now he must find a way to break the signal and wake people up to show that they're being controlled by aliens. So They Live is just so much fun to watch, and Roddy Piper's got that recognizable line in that movie where he says, "I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum." So They Live, very fun movie to watch. Alright, so that's the end of my Top 10 Tuesday. I hope you liked what you saw. This was a very tough decision to do because I have so many more movies from that year of 1988. So if there was some movies that you wish you could have seen in the top 10, please let me know in the comments. But if you like what you saw in the video, please leave your comments down below. Like and subscribe to the channel. And again, I apologize, I won't do a end of month haul video for the month of August. So hopefully I'll do one for September. Alright guys, so like and subscribe. Leave your comments down below. I'd like to hear your thoughts. See what you thought of it. And stay tuned for some more videos. Alright? Later.